everyone, welcome to TTV News with some latest events in TayNinhTV province. So now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have reported the online campaign to review the one-year operations of the Provincial Steering Committee for Anti-Corruption and Negativity seriously evaluated the result achieved, rankly pointed out the limitations in operation process.
At the conference, Mr. Võ Văn Dũng, member of the Party Central Committee, deputy head of the Standing Committee of the Central Committee for Internal Affairs, the member of the Central Steering Committee emphasized that, despite initial difficulties and obstacles, but the Provincial Steering Committees have made great efforts, determination, and expeditiously implement their activities according to their prescribed functions, tasks, and powers. However, the Central Steering Committee also assessed that the activities of some provincial steering committees have not achieved high efficiency, have not promptly advised to overcome the situation of pushing, avoiding, the sense of responsibility is not high, defensive posture, fighting a safe place and fears of responsibility also, unwillingness to do things are part of courts and civil servants, making the photo affect economic and social development. Speaking at a conference, General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, head of the Central Steering Committee on Anti-Corruption and Negativity, acknowledged and applauded the efforts of the Provincial Steering Committee in activities from upon its establishment, achieved important initial results, and had good practices contributed to making the clear changes and in the work of preventing and combating corruption and negativity. On the basis of the results and limitations, the General Secretary drew 5 value lessons and emphasized 5 tasks and solutions to better implement the prevention and fight against corruption and goals in the next time. Recalling the spirits of above and below are united, horizontal and vertical, the General Secretary wished the Provincial Steering Committee to be more drastic in the prevention of negative corruption, not relied on superiors. The General Secretary noted that the members of the Steering Committee must first of all be truly exemplary, pure, incorruptible, courageous, upright, not tempted by any interest and not afraid of any forces. No pure obstacle, dare to speak and dare to do, resolutely do for the common good. The General Secretary emphasized it is necessary to prevent and combat corruption and negativity, practice integrity right in the anti-corruption and anti-negative exercise, at the same time have a reasonable remuneration policies, creating favorable conditions and motivation for the staff on anti-corruption staff, making the efforts against negative to strive and wholeheartedly in their work.
Under the authorizations of the Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, on the morning of June 19, Mr. Lê Thành Công, Deputy Head of the Propaganda Commission, visited the TayNinhTV Journalists Association on the occasion of the Vietnam Revolutionary Rest Day.
Under the authorization of the Secretary Provincial Party Committee and on behalf of the provincial leaders, Mr. Lê Thành Công congratulated journalists and employees working at press agencies in the province on the occasion of the 98th anniversary of the Vietnam Revolutionary Rest Day, and expressed his joy at the development of the press service, the development of local press agencies also, and although the province is still facing many difficulties, the press agencies still try to rise up and fulfill their task well. In the coming time, he wished that the team of journalists should continue to work with the leaders, authorities, and localities to exploit and promote the potential strengths and local identity to create the motivation for the development of the province, promoting the role of journalists, sticking to the party guidelines and the orientation of the Provincial Party Committee's propaganda department, actively capturing information and public opinion in order to promptly perform well the role of advice and propaganda of transmission to serve the political tasks of the province. And also on the morning of June 19, on occasion of the Vietnam Revolutionary Rest Day, the leaders of the TayNinhTV department came to give flowers and congratulate TayNinhTV radio and television station. On behalf of the TayNinhTV department, Mr. Hồ Ngọc Vân, Deputy Director of Taxation Department, respectfully and deeply thanked the leaders reporters and employees of the provincial radio and television station during the time of broadcasting. In the past, he has spent a lot of time, effort, and his voice helping the tax industry in the country in general and the tax industry in the province in particular in propagating, explaining, and bringing the tax policies and laws to the life and the effective base for the development. At the same time, it is expected that in the coming time, the television station will always accompany and support the tax sector to fulfill its annual purchase collection task, thereby promptly pricing the advance examples in observance of tax laws and criticize the cases of tax law violations to contribute to building a more and more sustainable state purchase revenue. And also on the afternoon of June 19, the Young Entrepreneurs Association of the province also visited and presented flowers to congratulate the Provincial Press Association on the occasion of the 98th anniversary of the Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day. On this occasion, the delegation visited, gave flowers, and congratulated the office of Provincial Journalists Association, to the newspaper, to the radio and television station also. At its place visited, the delegation sent thanks to the press associates who are always accompanying and supporting the province in information and propaganda on the socio-economic development, national defense, and also the security activities, the party building, as well as reflecting on issues that are oriented to public opinion. As a result, information is spread timely and accurately to the people and businesses. Meanwhile, the Army Division 5 organized delegation officials to visit and congratulate the radio and television station and the newspaper, also on the behalf of the anniversary of the 98th of the Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day. On behalf of the commander of the 5th Division, Lieutenant Colonel Trần Hoàng Giang, Secretary of the Party Committee and Political Commissioner of the division, highly appreciated the newspaper and the radio and television station for making direct important contributions to the innovation course of the province in the past year and simultaneously orienting ideology, preserving the traditional culture, and taking the lead in fighting against the false and reactionary views of hostile forces, actively refuting content that smears, fabricates, and slanders, causing internal sharing, causing disunity in the party and the society. The newspaper and the television station also have built a beautiful image of the country on the socialism of the party, being the voice and the channel to protect the people and protect the army, especially the newspaper and television coordinated with the 5th Division to reflect on the activities, training, combat readiness, example of good people and good deeds, and the division's official support and feel secure in their work, contributing to the completion of the unit's political tasks.
At the Provincial Radio and Television Station, the Tây Ninh Province Journalists Association have a sighting activity to celebrate Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day.
Also on this occasion, the Tây Ninh Provincial Journalists Association held a contest to bring the Golden Belt to learn about the Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day and the singing contest making the 6th provincial newspaper in 2023. It is a fun and useful playground for the journalists from branches of Provincial Journalists Association and collaborators of the newspapers and radio stations in the province on the occasion of the 98th anniversary of the Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day. In the contest of bringing the Golden Bell to learn about the Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day on June 21st, after 30 questions in the qualifying round, the organizing committee selected 5 finalists to choose the best candidate. And at the 6th journalist singing contest, 7 contestants brought to the contest of 7 solo songs with the theme of praising the party and alcohol, praising the left of the country, and singing songs praising the profession of journalism is very joyful, vibrant, and very professional, showing that the contestants are not only good at their profession but also have many talents in singing also. And through activities and lively contests, the organizing committee also selected the winners of the contest. An announcement and awarding ceremony for the winner has taken place at the meeting to celebrate the 98th anniversary of the Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day. And on the morning of June 8th, the People's Committee of Angton Ward Tamang Town held the closing ceremony of the football tournament to raise the fund to build a Race Solidarity House in 2023. The tournament started on May the 21st and attracted 7 teams from association businesses in Angton Ward. At the end of the tournament, organizing committee presented the first prize and the chairmanship trophy to the team of Sapson Lintum Company. The second prize awarded to ICF Electric Cable Company team. On this occasion, the businesses participating in the tournament supported the fund to build the Race Solidarity houses for the people with difficult circumstances in Angton Ward, with a total amount of 130 million Việt Nam đồng.
Ladies and gentlemen, donating blood saves life, a noble gesture, not only saves the life of the sick, but also breeding the compassion and the traditions of major affections of the Vietnamese people.
And ladies and gentlemen, in Thailand since 1996, hundreds of thousands of people have participated in blood donation. There are many people who donate blood from 50 times to nearly 100 times. However, their thoughts are very simple, wishing to share with the community the volunteer blood drops in time to save the lives of patients in need of blood. At the meeting of response to the World Day of Honoring Blood Donors in 2023 organized by the Steering Committee for Voluntary Blood Donation in Thailand Province, we had the opportunity to interact with a number of individuals typical in this movement with the profound humanitarian significance. Talking about the results achieved in the voluntary blood donation movement of Thailand Province in the past time, Mr. Lê Quang Trung, Chairman of Thailand Red Cross Association, the standing body of the Steering Committee for Voluntary Blood Donation, according to the province, 1996 was the first year that Thailand Province officially launched the blood donation movement. Initially received only 146 blood units. In the following years, the number of volunteers increased gradually. The volume of blood taken from 550 milliliters is now increased to 350 milliliters. Miss Lê Thị Thu Đào, born in 1964, working for the women in Long Thanh Trung Ward, Hotan Town, has more than 50 times donated blood and is an active factor in mobilizing families and women in the association to participate in the campaign and to the families also. Seeing that the donation blood is very meaningful because one drop of blood can save a life. And with my family, my husband and 3 children also have continued to follow in this voluntary blood donation footsteps in 2006. And the people also ask me if it's okay to donate blood. I say that is fine with donating blood. Meanwhile, Mr. Dương Văn Lớn, born in 1967, a former cause of the Youth Union in Go Dao District, has nearly 100 times donated blood voluntarily and established the Live Blood Bank in time, saving the lives of many patients in the need of blood. And currently, Mr. Dương Văn Lớn works at Bao Dom Commune People's Credit Fund as an security guard. Regard for his role, he himself is one way active in the local voluntary blood donation movement. Seeing a humanitarian blood donation to save the lives is a noble spirit and gesture. Calling blood for the lives for the people to stay from there, you should join the campaign as active your union members. Join to save the people, since then participation alone is not enough. For example, to the heart surgery of a poor patient, somewhere required 4 to 5 units of blood to set up a blood bank that can survive with its 20 groups of friends. If the youth members are also like-minded, all of you will participate, thereby maintaining the living blood bank in Bao Dom Commune until this day. First, the standing body of the Steering Committee, the Red Cross Society, must do a good job of advising Steering Committee and the committees and authorities also. And the second, to do a good job of propaganda and advocacy. The third, do a good job of coordinating to mobilize and organize blood donation. And finally, well, perform the work of honoring and rewarding. And for many years, the work of honoring and rewarding these noble deeds in the Thailand Province has always been concerned by the Provincial Steering Committee, the Red Cross Society at all levels, and the local authorities. Thousands of individuals and groups have received certificates of merit and certificates of merit from the Ministry of Health, the Central Association, the Provincial People's Committee, the Red Cross Provincial People's Committee, and also the District People Committee. honoring and surprising typical blood donors in order to spread the kindness and the voluntary blood donation movement is growing deeper and more sustainable.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.